Good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this, and welcome back to Taryn Plays Persona 5 Royal. So, in the last episode, we successfully stole Kamoshida's heart. And now, we're, waiting for the fated day to see if it worked. So for tonight, gonna head up to our room and, watch something.
Hey, you have a DVD player.
Watching DVDs. Watching a DVD will cause time to pass, but various stats will increase depending on what DVD you watch. One DVD series contains several episodes. Watching one episode will fill up one DVD icon. When all icons have been filled, you have finished.
Oh, you rented something, right?
Yeah, we're gonna watch the X folders.
Wolf, you can't be serious. You think aliens did this?
I've heard it all before, Skullsy. But just look at these bodies. They can't be from Earth.
It's a story about an investigator who searches for the truth behind eerie supernatural incidents.
Hey, the atmosphere of this show is so ominous. I'm getting creeped out.
Yeah.
That was intense. I could barely breathe through all that. I bet you've summoned a little more guts by watching this drama. Well then, it's starting to get late. Let's head to bed soon, okay?
I haven't done much of anything on my days off. It's such a pain to put on makeup, and I hate shopping. So I usually end up just lazing about the house.
Yeah!
Same here. Good thing there's home shopping. They always have the best stuff on Sundays. Oh, I know exactly what show you're talking about. They even sell surgical masks for when you're sick. I'll have to check it out tomorrow. It's so popular they always sell out if you don't call the same day. Huh.
Morning!
Made it. I slept in, so I ran out without eating breakfast. I feel so weak because of it. After we took down Kamoshida, I just felt so spent and out of gas, you know? You get me, right? Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Now all we have left to do is wait for that bouldered meeting. Anyways, I'm hungry. Guess I'll buy some bread at the school store.
Ahem.
Kamoshida-kun was really in his element at the volleyball rally the other day. You kids are lucky to receive direct instruction from a world-famous athlete like him. Sports have been regarded as sacred things that invigorate people since ancient times. So much so that an emperor himself even participated once. Mishima-kun, do you know the name of the Roman emperor who participated in the Olympics? It's Nero. It's good to throw yourself into your club activities, but you shouldn't sacrifice your studies. Sorry. That said, you don't seem too into sports, Amamiya-kun.
Do you know the answer?
Between music, theater, and chariot racing, which sport did Nero win when he participated in the Olympics? Well, he was the emperor, so he called the shots.
This is it. Correct.
seems you've been studying after all. Nero won many awards in all kinds of competitions, all rigged in his favor, of course. Because of these kinds of selfish actions, not to mention a lecherous side, he became known as a despot.
No way.
Nice going!
That said, recently people have begun re-evaluating Nero's reign. Regardless, though, he was lacking in sportsmanship. He should have taken a page out of Kamashita-kun's book.
No. Don't give us that crap. Kamashita's the real despot.
Have you seen Kamoshida? You really think he changed?
I don't know.
Damn, this is nerve-wracking.
Oh, perfect timing. Study hall will be held instead of PE today. I'm letting you know just in case you haven't heard. Mr. Kamoshida has taken the day off.
He ain't here?
Don't tell anyone that you heard this from me. But we received word that Mr. Kamoshida is placing himself under suspension. It's such an important time before the tournament, too. Principal Kobayakawa went to talk to him about it, but he supposedly wasn't making any sense.
Wait, a suspension?
Not so loud! The talks about your expulsions may be put on hold, too. I don't know too much about it, though. Anyway, I've relayed what's going on to you.
Looks like something happened. At least it sounds different from a mental shutdown.
Yeah.
I guess all we can do is wait.
Well then, we did all we can. Now we wait. No surprise, waiting is pretty boring. I wonder what Ryuji and the rest are up to.
Man, all this waiting's got me so antsy. We should go on a trip or something. What do you think? Sorry, I'm gonna have to pass.
What? You busy?
Yeah, I'll be visiting Shiho in the hospital after school for the next few days. I can't do much to help her, but it'll be nice to at least see her face. Gotcha. I hope she wakes up soon. Go cheer her up. Yeah, thanks. I'm totally down to go somewhere once things calm down, though.
It sounds like we won't be able to see Lady On after school for a while. How unfortunate. You should work on your kindness. That way you can say something encouraging next time you see her.
Game's not so subtle way of telling us we need to boost our kindness. But we should be alright in that regard. So for today, we're actually gonna spend time with Ryuji. Before we do that, let's go around. Looks like Newspaper Girl's got something new to say. Did you need something? If you've got a question for me, will you make it quick? What's the scoop on campus? All I can say is what happened recently has created quite a stir on campus. Because of what's going on, people will probably pay less attention to the bad rumors about you. The teachers will still keep a close eye on you, so we can't talk for too long. I'm sorry. Seems like she's warming up to us a little bit. One more thing I want to check out. Can't quite tell from this distance.
That's absurd.
It doesn't look like there's anything new with the dog. Spend time with Ryuji. Yo, I'm gonna go train. You wanna join in? probably end up going easy on myself if I do it alone. Anyways, it'd probably be the most efficient if we trained together. How about it? I feel like I'm becoming closer with Ryuji thanks to the Chariot persona, Slime. Alright, let's do some intense training today. Go change and meet me behind the gym. Damn it. I want to move better, but I just can't. I was training for nationals back in the day, but now I totally suck balls. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Whoa!
Nakoka, Takeshi. Running, huh? I saw you from the window. What, you gonna try to come crawling back to the track team? Huh? Hell no. Speaking of which, this was your secret training spot, wasn't it? Well, it's our spot now. You know, us, the former track team. We don't even have a locker room anymore, thanks to someone I know. Hey, come on now, let's not fight. We ain't fighting. Yeah, this isn't anything like a fight. Not even close. Hold on, aren't you that transfer student? You're really gonna hang around with this loser? You better watch out. He'll hit you the second he gets pissed off. I heard his dad was the same way. Like father, like son, right? Now that's some scary shit. That don't got anything to do with this. Calm down, Ryuji. You're right. Look, back then, I don't need to hear your excuses. Everyone was going through the same bullshit with Kamoshida. The beatings, the impossible exercises, but we put up with all of it for the track team. But no, you had to go and fuck all that up. Man, I was stupid for ever thinking you were my teammate. That's all I have to say to you. I'm out of here. I nearly smacked him when he was talking about my dad. I haven't changed at all. But you know, you actually helped me calm down a little. I'm glad you were here with me. Thanks, man. I feel like my bond with Ryuji is growing deeper. Chariot Rank 3. Follow-up. Chance to perform a follow-up attack if Joker's attack does not down the enemy.
All right.
Let's call it a day. Hey, Nakoka, why didn't you kick his ass? What? Hell's your problem? Now they're just arguing with each other. I should stay out of it.
See ya!
Yo, it's me. You good to talk? I wanted to thank you again for today. I really owe you one, man. I get pissed off so damn easily. I really gotta work on that. Well, I don't blame you for having a short fuse. Nah, this one's definitely my bad. Besides, I can't cause a scene. Don't want to get you pulled into even more bad shit. I gotta wonder what they were arguing about. But hey, I'm an outsider. Nothing to do with me. Thanks again for today. Don't forget to massage your legs before you sleep, okay? See you later.
Ah, you're back.
I went to see Shiho today, and I told her we settled things with Kamoshida. She still hasn't regained consciousness, but I had to go make amends. What do you mean? You didn't do anything wrong, hon? Right, Ren? Yeah, it's not your fault. But I wasn't there when she needed help. I'm a failure as a friend. I have to do all I can to make up for that, starting now. Otherwise, I don't think I'll be able to move on. Man, I didn't know you were so passionate. I totally didn't notice that back in middle school. I think it's because of you guys. I'm a little embarrassed, though. Anyway, Ryuji, Ren, I hope we can keep helping each other out from now on, too. Hey, you got a minute? Something I want to ask you. Come here, let's have a chat. Sure thing, boss. What do you want to talk about?
Yo,
You free tonight? Care to have a little chat with me? What, it's just some small talk. This may be a good opportunity to deepen my bond with Sojiro.
yo,
Good. There are a lot of things I want to ask you. Well, clean up, so just wait there.
hey, how's school? You're not causing any trouble, are you?
No, I'm being a good boy.
Good. I've got to report to your probation officer twice a month. It's already a pain in the ass as is, so please don't make me have to write even more crap. Got that? This society is kept in check by laws and authority figures. You can go and get yourself killed if you want, but don't go dragging other people into your mess. The last thing we need is more idiots like you roaming around. What's wrong? Yeah, I'm heading out now. Sorry about that. I know. The usual, right? Okay. I'll see you later. As you can see, I'm pretty damn busy both at work and in my private life. If you could lend a hand, it'd really be a great help.
I'd be glad to help when I can.
Now we're talking. Either way, I won't ask you to work for free. If you agree to help me, then I'll teach you how to make the perfect cup of coffee. Not a bad trade, eh?
A good cup of coffee, huh? Sounds interesting.
All right. Looks like we got ourselves a deal.
The distance between me and Sojiro seems to be closing slightly.
You may call yourself a phantom thief, but you're still a minor. Someone had to support you. Furthermore, they did so knowing you were a part of that group. Isn't the owner of that cafe an accomplice of yours?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Hierophant persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
And we have established the Hierophant Confidant. This'll be an interesting one.
All right.
I'll be counting on your help. I owe you one.
I gotta say, I'm glad you catch on quick with this stuff. Makes my life a lot easier. Just keep doing what you can, and don't cause any trouble, right? Got it.
Oh.
Glad to hear it. For today, though, just make sure you lock the place up. And don't go too crazy with the stuff in the shop. You're staying here rent-free, so you should know how not to go overboard.
I'm gonna head back then.
See you tomorrow.
Well then, I hear good things about that Sunday TV shopping show. Want to check it out sometime?
Well, there isn't anything on it today, that will be useful in the future, but we will buy something from the shopping channel at some point during this playthrough. But for today, it's Sunday. And there's something waiting for us over at the underground walkway.
Is that true?
Wow! A drink stand, huh? It's a little pricier than other places.
If they have special drinks, it may not be a bad idea to try one. Welcome! We've got fresh fruit juice. What's that? Special drinks? This is what we have today.
Ooh, I wonder what it is.
It's incredibly bitter, but it strengthens your body. It's called Aojiru. Every week we have a different kind of Aojiru.
Hi!
This is why we need a lot of money from the palace to cover the cost of this Aojiru. And this week it is Beauty Aojiru, which will give us a boost in charm.
Well then,
Alright,
chug it down. Nice chugging. That's how you do it. Nice!
good job. I was watching you try so hard.
Okay, now that you're healthy, let's go somewhere else.
Alright. So, we can't rank up with Takami because we don't have the guts for it. Luckily, there is a way we can get more guts.
Wait.
Come to think of it, return here whenever you wish. It shall be of your own accord. That's what he told me, but how do I do that? Okay, slight detour. Seems that Igor has allowed us access to the Velvet Room from reality.
Hey, inmate!
I was waiting.
Please come this way.
So you've come. How does it feel slipping into the unusual from your usual life?
Our master has arranged an access point to assist you in coming here directly from the real world. Huh! That door you just went through is it. Be thankful, inmate.
This too shall aid in your rehabilitation. Make good use of it. So, before we head out, let's get some shut-eye.
What was that? What are you doing, inmate? You don't have time to be lying around.
I feel like I can hear a voice coming from somewhere. It's probably nothing.
No slacking off!
You can now quick travel to the Velvet Room. Alright, back to what we were doing. We're gonna head over to the cinema over here. You can now quick travel to the movie theater in Shibuya.
I wonder what they're showing right now.
Going into the movie theater. Going to a movie will cause time to pass, but if it is your first time seeing a film, you can expect greater effects from watching. The movie showing at the theater changes as time passes, so check back every so often to see what's playing.
Wow! Right now, we're just in time to see Tanktop Millionaire. It's a story about a teenager who becomes the Tanktop Millionaire with money he won on a quiz show. Looks like this movie can teach you how to improve your guts.
Well,
You'll need to buy a ticket if you want to see a movie.
Sure, let's go see Tanktop Millionaire.
Well then, it's almost time for the movie to start. Let's grab a seat.
I'd hope that some slumdog brat wins so much prize money. It's just not possible. You must have cheated.
No, it wasn't cheating. It was destiny.
How does a little kid like him have guts like that?
I could really feel the courage of that boy and his attitude towards life. Ranking up our guts while vibing to Catherine music.
All right.
Your guts has increased from milk toast to bold. We even watched the credits all the way to the very end.
Let's head back.
I'm glad the subway was repaired so quickly. It's just been one bizarre incident after another this year. Our country is going to hell. Are there any honest politicians out there? How can I have hope in a country like this?
Ah, you're back.
You heard anything about stuff happening to Kamoshida? Nothing yet. I see. Did something happen? I don't know. I'm just feeling kinda anxious. I keep thinking about how even with all you did, we might still end up getting expelled. My mom's totally gonna suffer if that happens. Plus, if we couldn't even help Ann or Suzui. Don't worry, we have to believe it worked. Sorry, I guess now's not really the time to be getting all down in the dumps. Anyways, I'm feeling a little better now that I've talked to you about this. Thanks, man. Oh, and don't tell Ann I was doubting us, okay? She won't have anyone to rely on if we're getting all worried about this shit. Well, see ya. So, getting used to the city? A little. I see. You're the only one here at night, so I'm not gonna bother setting a curfew or anything like that. So long as you're taking school seriously, I don't mind if you stroll the streets in the evenings. You can now explore Yongen Jaya at night.
You got that?
But only around these parts, got it? You go back on your word, I'll kick you right out. So we finally have access to outside LeBlanc.
Hey,
I'm the one who has to lock the door. Just make sure you're not out there for too long, alright?
Seems so.
We were told that we couldn't go very far, so I guess that means we gotta enjoy the nightlife in Yongen. Well, how about we take a peek inside that bathhouse? I'm
probably can't go in there as a cat, though. I saw a sign for a movie theater somewhere as well. And there were some batting cages, too. There are so many things to do. This is gonna be fun. Let's explore around it a little bit before we do our nighttime activity.
How can I help you?
You can get crafting materials from here. Don't need anything yet, but... Let's go check out that bathhouse. Phew, today's bath was simply amazing as usual. Every Sunday feels like heaven when the medicinal bath permeates into my bones. Now then, should I head home or drop by the bar first?
Overtime just won't end.
Let's go try out that medicinal bath. You can now quick travel to the bathhouse in Yongen Jaya.
Wow! This is the bathhouse. It's in such a secluded area.
Using the bathhouse. The bathhouse can improve your charm, but attending will cause time to pass. The fee to use the bath is 500 yen. The bathhouse's particular benefits depend on the day and the weather. Visit from time to time to see what it can do for you.
Maybe relaxing at the bathhouse can help boost your charm. Oh! It's a medicinal bath today. What do you want to do?
Let's go in. The Muggle Ward bath is warming me up.
Oh, you came out of there looking really refreshed. These medicinal baths must be quite effective. Oh, and you smell good too. You're looking great.
Two rank ups in one day.
All right.
Your charm has increased from existent to head turning.
Wanna head back?
Seat on the train. So now we can read Zorro the Outlaw. The man in the mask stood up for the weak and fought valiantly against injustice.
Yep. You sure you pay extra close attention to how totally awesome Zorro is. Hey! I didn't realize how long you've been reading. So how far did you get? Seems like you still have some pages left. You should continue some other time. Oh, we're almost at the station. I'd say that was an efficient use of your time.
Hey, guess what? I'm thinking of going for a career on quiz shows. They're showing this movie called Tanktop Millionaire at the theater on Central Street. You mean the one where a boy rises from rags to riches by winning on a quiz show? Sheesh, you get way too into those stories. How about studying for exams before you think about quiz shows? Oof, you got me there.
Oh! Sounds like that movie can change your Let me try it again. Sounds like that movie can change your worldview. Watching movies in the theater sounds like a special experience. What kind of movies do you like?
There's barely any choices among these. I'm not telling you guys.
What did you say? Not the telling type, huh? You're probably the kind of person who likes spy movies, I'll bet. A spy movie featuring a cat and a human. That sounds like it'd sell, no? I'm not a cat, though. Either way, we should check out the theater every now and then, since they're always showing new films.
Jeez.
I was reading the essays you turned in the other day, and everyone's writing is so sloppy. I could care less indicates that you still have some cares left to give. It's I couldn't care less. I've seen this a lot these days, where people are using a phrase differently from its original meaning. It reminds me of something I've been hearing politicians saying, my country, right or wrong. They wouldn't be saying it so stubbornly if they knew how it was originally used.
Answer this question.
Alright, Takamaki-san, can you tell me how its meaning has changed? Yeah, I mean...
Hey, wait! Lady Ann is obviously panicking. Be a good guy and help her out.
What is she even talking about? I don't know politics. Crap. Hey, Ren, can you give me a hint here? What's the phrase originally meant to convey? My country, right or wrong? You unquestioningly support it. Oh, right. Like it doesn't matter what they do, you'll always support it. But the original meaning is different? So I guess it'd be something like... You have a duty to correct it.
This is it.
Exactly!
The phrase was originally meant to inspire you to take responsibility for keeping your country on the right path. The full phrase is my country, right or wrong. If right, to be kept right, and if wrong, to be set right. So you can see the original was more about taking personal responsibility for your country's future. Unfortunately, these days it's used more to justify blind support instead of actually fixing social problems.
Thanks!
I was so not ready for that. You saved me.
Nice going! Lady Ann seems really relieved. You're pretty good at studying. I'm impressed.
Really?
We have 1 week until the board meeting. And since we ranked up in guts, Takumi is available for us today. Before I do that, we're gonna go around and get those SP restoratives. Hey, is it true that Kamoshida's been playing hooky? Now's your chance to take his job. Hey, now, I can't do something like that. He's just suddenly called in sick, and I'm really worried about him. What happened to Mr. Kamoshida?
You're a teacher and you don't know? Do people even notice when you're around? That's hilarious. Oh! Oh! Oh!
That's done. Is that? I think we got something new. Kotaro sleeps all day at home, but he wakes up when it's time for a walk, huh?
That's 'cause we're friends. We'll play together forever, right, Kotaro?
Come on, let's go. That anime you like is going to start soon. Oh, they may cancel it because of the news. There's going to be a feature on the accidents. Alright. How's your studying coming along for your exams? By the way, I have a new medicine ready. I want to test it on you as soon as possible. Could you stop by, my little guinea pig? I feel like my bond with Takumi will grow stronger soon, but... You just formed a deal with Takumi. You wanna go see her at the clinic? Thanks. I'll be waiting at the clinic. I'll have everything ready for you. Don't you run away, okay? In spring, one sleeps a sleep that knows no dawn, huh? Oh, God, I need a nap. Or at least some good old-fashioned caffeine in my system. At my current level of guts, I should be able to handle that medicine. I should suggest a clinical trial. You came because you saw my messages, right? I developed a new medicine. Could you come to the back? I feel I can become closer with Takemi thanks to the death persona Mandrake.
Please head to the exam room.
Well, I'm gonna walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave.
Here you go. I made various adjustments to the previous drug, based on your trial results. Alright, drink it down in one gulp. The powerful taste, both sour and bitter, overwhelms me. The smell is terrible. I'm having a hard time breathing. Your reaction to it is absolutely perfect. You feel a bit dazed, Yes, I mixed in some special components. Okay, let's take your temperature and blood pressure. I'm also going to draw some blood. I also want to perform a few motor skill tests, but those might be too much for you right now. Anyway, since we're in the final stages, I should first stabilize the fundamental formula. Oh, so you are here.
What?
I'm in the middle of an examination. I've told you before, officer, if you want to investigate me, you need to show me a warrant. I'm here because we received a report. I'll need to see a detailed statement of your medical expenses and full medical records. I bet you didn't have enough time to hide any incriminating documents, huh? Must be under the orders of the medical chief of staff. Here you go. Huh? This kid here is my only patient today. If you're asking for his medical expenses, I guess I'm under suspicion of improper billing. But without a receipt, I'd say you've been sent on a wild goose chase. What's going on here? You're being manipulated. That report is fictitious. It's nothing but an attempt to harass me. What? Hey, you. What are you doing here? You don't seem to be sick. Are you up to something illegal? No, I have a bit of a weak heart, you know. Need some extra help. A bad heart? He's stressed out about taking his entrance exams. I have some drugs that help with relaxation. So, is there anything else? As you can see, I'm pretty busy here. Fine. You're infuriating, you know that? But I'd expect nothing less from the plague. I'm so over this. I agree.
Wow.
I think we're going to get along just fine. It's nothing to worry about. I'm sure it was my former superior who made that false report. You eavesdropped on our conversation the other day, remember? He's just trying to put pressure on me. by having the police investigate me and my practice.
By the way,
I need to draw some blood. There'll be some mild anemia, but only temporarily. You'll be fine. It's part of our deal, remember? I guess I have no choice. I like kids who listen to their superiors. Enjoy your medicine. It feels like my bond with Takemi is growing even deeper. Death Rank 2.
All right.
I'm going to draw more blood than usual, since you're healthy and all. Only kidding. Okay, please lie down. You can go home once I'm done. I feel like cooperating in that shady clinical trial has increased my guts.
take care.
Hi, my little guinea pig. You get home safely? You still seemed kind of dazed when you left, so I figured I'd check in. You know how it is. Some patients get sick on their way back home. Well, I feel fine now that I'm, not as dazed anymore. Yeah, you sound alright. Guess I've got nothing to worry about. I think you'll be okay, but call me if you start feeling sick. Okay, I'm looking forward to our next clinical trial.
Ah, you're back.
Hey! About that stuff you've got. Well, the city armor, I mean. There's a laundromat next to the bathhouse, right? If we've got spare time, maybe we could wash them.
Nah, we're not gonna wash them. We don't have time for that. Double check, we do have a Hierophant. Went through that trouble getting Bareth. So we could spend time with Boss.
Hey,
You don't work, you don't eat. Never heard that phrase before? If you're up for it, why don't you learn how to work here? I feel I can become closer with Zorro thanks to the Hierophant persona Bareth.
ha!
So you do get it. Alright, put your stuff down and come back here. It's about time one of the regulars arrives. She's a talkative one.
Well,
Now then, since you're gonna be working in my store, I'll need to hammer home the basics. You know what I'm talking about, right? Making a perfect cup of coffee. Yep, glad to see you at least understand that much. This store is not the busiest around, but I'm real particular about how we do things here. And I'll kick you out no questions asked if you serve a bad cup, you got that? Let me tell you, Sochan definitely does things right with his coffee. It goes so well with his special curry, I can't help but order the set meal every time. What can I say? Each of my regulars gets an experience personally tailored to them. Can you tell me the key to that wonderful flavor, Sochan? I'd love to make it at home sometime. Sorry, that's a trade secret. You're free to try and guess based on the taste, though. Cheapskate. Keeping secrets from me even though you know your food's already stolen my heart. How about a nice dessert then? It's only 300 yen. When you run a shop, you get all sorts of customers. Knowing their personalities is absolutely vital. That's what being in food service is all about. Welcome.
whoa!
Hello there. It's been quite a while, Sakura-san. I heard you opened up a shop, so here I am. It wouldn't have hurt to mention it to me, though. Huh, you got a real nice location here. Right by the station and everything. Your order? No small talk? That's cold. Oh, but the smell. Sure brings back memories. You're still making that curry, huh? I guess you haven't gotten over her yet. Your orders, sir. So pushy. I just stopped in to say hi today, but I'll be back again soon. Bye.
Jeez.
I don't know where he caught wind of this place. He seemed really suspicious. I guess you have an eye for some things after all. Anyway, if you have time for questions, you have time to be learning about beam types. You're not gonna be any use to me if you don't pick up on the ABCs sometime soon. Besides, ladies love a guy who knows his coffee. This isn't such a bad deal for you. Well, I definitely don't want the ladies to hate me.
Ha!
If only you were disobedient all the time. Either way, I'm gonna teach you right. That way I'll be able to sit back and relax while you work. I feel like my bond with Zorro is growing deeper. Hierophant Rank 2. Coffee Basics. Allows you to brew coffee that slightly restores SP of one ally.
Alright.
The ABCs of brewing coffee. You can brew coffee at the counter in LeBlanc. You will be unable to brew coffee during the day and after school when the cafe is open. Brew at night when the coffee here is free. Oh, is it time already?
Well,
Let's start closing up. And no slacking off, you got it? After learning about customer service from Zorro, I feel like my kindness has improved. Hey, it's me. I guess this number works. I forgot to ask for your cell number, so I had to dig it out of your papers. A real hassle, let me tell you. Anyway, you done closing up yet? I'm gonna have you handle that from now on, so you better learn now. Seems like you're a quick study, so I hope you got the hang of it. Got it. Don't forget it. Once you're a little more settled in, I'm gonna have you doing more chores. But man, not sure how I feel about calling up a guy's phone. Anyhow, we'll get the routine ground into you. That way, I might be able to take it easy. Alright, don't stay up too late.
Morning! Crowded as ever today, huh? How do you like being packed in like sardines, city style? I bet you've had enough. I don't mean to joke around. I just don't know what to do. I get anxious unless I'm doing something, yet here I am suddenly with nothing to do. It's so awful just waiting for the results, isn't it? It's so worrying.
Don't worry, Jan. I'm sure things are going okay.
You're right. All we can do is believe and wait. Thanks. I feel better after talking. It's not good to be a downer in the morning. Well, let's have a great day today.
Alright. So none of our confidants are available today. But we do have something we can do. We're gonna head up to the library. Not to borrow a book, see you later, but to do some studying.
At a time like this?
Mr. Kamoshida locked himself away after that prank with those phantom thieves. And on top of that, we have midterms coming up after the break. I wonder how next semester is going to go. She must be really focused. She didn't notice me at all. Let's head on back here.
Looks like you can study here.
Studying in the library. When you study in the library, time will pass, but you will improve your knowledge. Also, during bad weather, your focus will increase and your knowledge will improve even more. At times, you may overhear students talking about you, causing you to lose focus. Your knowledge may not increase as much, but your guts will slightly grow instead.
Your knowledge might improve if you study at one of the open tables.
Hey!
There are other people around, but your guts might improve because of it.
Hey!
Wait, is that guy really going to sit down and study? Maybe. He's more of a serious student than he looks. Whoa, don't stare at him. If your eyes meet, that guy is gonna kill you.
Now then, don't worry about the noise around you. Just do your best to concentrate, okay? Oh, good job not getting discouraged by the bad reputation. That dauntless spirit will take you far in life.
Man!
There's no way anyone could focus on studying in this environment. Let's change Kamoshida's heart and redeem ourselves.
Oh, hopefully it'll work out.
Wanna head back? It's getting late. You should probably call it quits for today.
Ah, you're back.
Okay. I'd like to make coffee tonight, but we gotta get rid of this guy first. Alright. Let's use the coffee siphon.
Wow! So this is where the chief brews his famous coffee.
Brewing coffee. Brewing coffee will cause time to pass, but will make a special coffee that restores SP. This may prove useful for exploring palaces.
Hey! Are you gonna try making some coffee?
Yeah. You know how to brew coffee? Help yourself to the beans on the shelves. I'll show you how each kind of bean is different later. Alright, I'm heading out to buy some cigarettes.
Whoa! I love the smell of good coffee.
Yes! Alright.
The way you're drinking it makes it look delicious. This coffee has a lot of thought and love behind it, huh? Maybe if you drink it in the metaverse, it'll heal your wounds too.
We got 2 bits of LeBlanc coffee.
Looks like the chief's gentlemanly charm is rubbing off on you.
Little extra that Royal gives us when we're making coffee. Looks like you're doing well. Here, let me have a sip. This aroma and soft richness. You used Blue Mountain, huh?
Let me explain.
Jamaican Blue Mountain. The Blue Mountains of Jamaica have a unique climate and volcanic soil advantageous for growing their famous high-quality coffee. The coffee undergoes a rigorous inspection process and is harvested in small quantities. This produces a rich coffee with a full aroma. The flavor profile is bland. You should practice more to bring out the roast's full potential. Although I see you're preparing the cup the way I taught you, I'll acknowledge your hard work. You're like a real barista standing at the counter like that. It seems like you're following all the rules and instructions I gave you. can't believe this kid in front of me is a troublemaker with a criminal record. Well, there's no need to have a lengthy conversation about this. Just keep up with your training.
You have the opportunity to learn, so you should take some time for yourself and keep improving.
Nice!
People would treat you with respect if they knew you could serve great coffee. Well then, we should rest now. We have a big day tomorrow.
I got a chance to talk to this girl the other day. We had an amazing conversation after I brought up some of the stuff I read about. We're gonna go out somewhere together soon.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself because it happened to go well. Look, knowledge isn't enough. You need proficiency to adapt on the fly. You also need kindness to be accepted, and guts to be honest and direct. Plus charm to draw people to you. The quality of your character says a lot about you, so it's important to better yourself every day.
Really? But it takes so much work. But I'll do it if it means I'll get a girlfriend. I guess I'll start by showering every day. I hear girls prefer a dude who's hygienic.
Raising social stats. Certain situations will require the following stats: knowledge, charm, proficiency, guts, and kindness. You can train these stats by doing various activities in the city, such as reading books. Look around and see what there is to do.
Hey, this applies to you too.
I know.
You get it. That's a good attitude to have.
Morning!
Is there something over there? Come on, let's go. We're gonna be late.
I just remembered.
There's been a lot of dire news lately, with the train accident and the volleyball team incident. People are theorizing that it's these sudden psychotic breakdowns, but the cause is still unknown. Well, unexplained occurrences like these are commonplace in the world of math.
You!
For instance, look at this. It said you only need a few colors in order to paint so that adjacent colors are clearly separated. Do you know the name of the theorem named after this number? It's the four-color theorem.
This is it.
Correct!
I suppose the four-color theorem is common sense. As you can see, any flat image, a map of the world, or anything, can be painted using only four colors. Many people have realized this principle based on experience since ancient times. However, it's difficult to prove, and was an unsolved problem for a long time.
No way.
Nice going!
I hope the psychotic breakdowns don't just end up as another unsolved mystery. My heart hurts just thinking about the economic losses this string of incidents has caused.
The world's full of dangers, huh? I guess even the world outside school is no good either.
Really?
It's an hour now, so we could keep going. You know, I think we're gonna stop here. So, next time, we'll continue waiting. Get those 5 days up. See what happens. So until then, stay safe, have a good day, and thanks for watching.